Enkoma ye ba betwetwen o say sex. Oh ye masho. Sex. The A. Ukwa would be beba. Then the sex the wouldn't be a ba become male and female gender because I know so your sex. Since say beba come out form. Now be who sex now 3 times daily. Na hard dream. Na yen same bebre. And so be our gender and yebusa. Counselor, ajini dadie. Abusia for sex no. Obema yati as counselor.
Nearby.
Ma okwaba.
Yeah.
Konkontenu wa madibi.
Pacha de met me amba.
Oh, nade.
Me share ofi.
Me pacha se bibi apokodi. Ye de nyankopon ase. Enen so ye de erade de ache. Topic na emodu. Na sensitive. Ade so amafo ani je ho. If it's nsem bebre wo ho. Na aye sexy die. Me hu ba bia me nhyɛ ase mfiri. Ena me hu ba bia me nkɔwie. Me hu ba bia me mfa mfiri. Enti wadaroma. Counselor, sex, fire call.
The edi kan che tie for ni ahwefo ni obusua nyina. Yeah, can sex once one of the reasons why a lot of marriages are not enjoying themselves is because of their sex life. When we say our dear any sex and enam, and I'll be frank with people. Oh, what dear na edum pempensu bia na hwe amma na edidahwa amma na yakoye say mo passion for sex ana mo tinka na mo kane for sex no so yati yakofom because the sexual libido mo say we a bema you start sometimes and most of the time everybody watching we sings here will know that we a bema at a point your sexual life towards your partner start to say a kofom.
Yeah.
Uyo ba watinka ema ukunu 1 year hwia itumi so te. Ejina ka na no bia ye mienu miensa ebe kakra na ba mienu na ba baako wan hwa afi itumi transe bosome mienu na ye sex yes e normal. Se o transe wa wade mu na o wade for some time. Na mo sexual drive and as mo affection and mo intimacy e kofoma something is wrong somewhere. And yeah. So, you see, the reason why some of these things happen in marriages is because we don't understand what sex is all about.
Okay.
And Jamaican say, "What do you be because of homosexual life?" And you were to honor say, "Beman one men na say in the conform no kunya ubi abonti ofini so on was satisfied no." Beman so na ne yere man the kwan in that so na say dia what dey ya think what you know sexual and they are conform no akope girl. So it looks like sex sexy. It has a lot of problem, but it has brought a lot of problems to our marriages. So we want to understand what sex is all about. We want to and then I'm be catching will be say yenya akonya with TV so any radio so be na ye ka sex once more won yen kai say adia na ye ja to ne ye chirima nyame yadom no mo ba no mo behwa they must be able to learn something from it. We shouldn't sir program be TV be and the radio so it's all about I'm sorry check me do publishing sunumia those things doesn't help our society. This kind of society we have today must be able to, we should endow them with knowledge. They should increase in knowledge. Yeah, but your mama about the next 20, 30, 40 years, they will still come and read about whatever was told. Tina me know, come in Kurman Bresune Moy and Woyen. Ebia na bi Bresune and Woye, but then they are Santua, maybe Batini, National history Gusuda ho. Brafua or boy young can so so we should understand that whatever education we are giving people on TV, on air, on radio, are they ever down forever? So we shouldn't take the next generation for granted and be talking sabby rubbish on radio and TV because people are learning. Children are learning from us. Now let's talk about sex. One of the things, sister, we need to understand is that sex is a gift from God. Sex is a gift from God. And I repeat, sex is a gift. Sex is a gift from God. Sex is a gift from God. And all the religion will tell you that sex is who created sex? God. Nyame the bo obani bema yeka sex cry anything. Sex ni twi simple. Say wo ba ni bema enye nhyiamu. Omunye kitahudie. Na say kitahudie no, your spiritual effect of it, your emotional effect of it, and your physical effect of it. Now, anytime we have sex, there's something we call a bond. Eti bema wayere oba bema ekunu way chinimbo. Bema okunu
oba
oyere. So you see any sex, there is a spiritual bond, there is a spiritual oneness, and there is a spiritual unity. Eti ame be ka bibia hyemu se bema de wo be hia no wo da ewo awade mu a sunsumu covenant bisi ana se apambi esi na che se ye menu mienu ni awade ni ye beda ye da sunsumu there has been an exchange. Now this exchange invisible yehu but real.
Okay.
Erutida awade ye mfa ye ho kame ye ho. Because anytime we have sex, we have created a bond. It is one day. Now we are baba one day, but only mad. You are creating a lot of bonds. We call it soul tie. We are bema one day now and your achievement too. In fact, you are bringing problems upon yourself. Why? Because whoever you sleep with determine what you carry. I'm telling you, there are many young guys who are under curses. There are many young guys who are facing problem upon problems, and they don't even know where it comes from. And Madu one woman Danny Mema. Oh, say me mammy no mother that. Oh, Mema no mother that. It's maybe I'll be free. It's maybe I will free. And the Ebabishi and the Ever. Near one got it here, but near my cottage, but yet, near sex. Near that one, there has been an exchange and a swap. And in I say, a home tiny Timmy Moa. Me know that Mama will be also the Ekakrawama baby. One easiest way a demon can be transferred from one person to the other through sex. It is very hard for a demon to live in a virgin. Yeah. Any ameba. Eti ade di kan se me pesa me deviate. And yes I can say baby. Ade was here say sex was created by God between a man and a woman. So when you mean about sex, but sex must be done at the right way. In other words, sex was created by God, but when you are not married, you are not permitted. Why? Because it creates bond and covenant. Eti one day now you are creating a negative covenant, a negative bond, negative oneness. What the idea? Nyame sum ni nyame nsa anim. Eti the everybody say you can have demonic attacks. You can have problems even though the sex was created by God. They say poison, DDT are poisonous, but your idea and your poisonous man. Acid are poisonous, but you bet to me the acid that you are near beer. And your poison or so mad, no. So, for sana sex, and you're good. Now, so quite a fast no can create problems for you. Now, Mrs. Sex was created by God. Okay, in Genesis, be your software Christianity. Okay, in Genesis, when the Bible says, and God commanded the man and said, be fruitful, be multiply, and replenish. How can I be fruitful without sex? How can we multiply without sex? How can we replenish and bring a lot of people on the earth without sex? Now, Misano, you go Sunday school now, your oncophobia confused. I said, go where the Abani Adamini if and the Diabano, and sex. And yet, you be then you call some with sex and no near the about. It's not true. Nyamibo Bema Bo, but the first command he gave to them. Replenish, multiply. How do we multiply without sex? So sex is a gift God gives to man so that we can multiply.
Okay.
Now say sex is also two souls being bound together on a profound level. Sex unites two people physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Now let's talk about the purpose why God created sex. Butayentia nyame bo sex. One say ye de any man say butaya nyame bo sex and say ebe wo. But this is not true. Number one, God created sex for pleasure. For pleasure. Eti butayentia nyame bo empasu kita hudie. Ema wo ba ni be ma pleasure. Pleasure twi be ye enije. An keka. say you beje eti wa de na won kan nye sex number 1 you are not enjoying it. You are not having the pleasure from why God created it. That we don't only do sex or have sex or make love for babies. We also make love for pleasure. That one time for manikun, one time for manere. Why ye nyame? Depriving yourself from your partner is an insult to your spouse. It is somebody who come me get me kunu. Na me time for mano. Na metroye me dia me fele me dia na dia me dia 1 month to 2 months ya why ye nyame say botaya wo de boy no o mpesa botaya ne bebem. Now a lot of marriages are not enjoying this level of sex because they feel like na me ne kwada na wanyamon me ne and also the reason why ade of wunwi contraceptive baby because they think that only need that obenyim but no, sex number 1 was created for pleasure. I was say who do enjoy.
Counselor na emre bia na se unya sankita hudie na was say we enjoy.
Yes, of course, yes. Oh yes. To ya yiru ye kunu na unya ready say wo de be mama enjoy ade memma why. Membe try. Membe hame. Membe tete me because sex must be enjoyable by pleasure. Eti yamienu ade no obeji age na mo wani nje obeya ayo na mo wani nje onyu a mesero memma obebo wa woni ni nya mpasu gitawudi a otumi ye mabro yo no no adane no na bema eja obe de oni baby ko na obese sada no wotre ne hunti na bema na ye na memere mfeso anya de ezan se ade no ye na wo yire no won fa nhia wa ahunkan hyeda anim I say woko repi obi oda wa na wo ye dabi the pleasure should be there. I was say unya atenka ede e wa de na wo yerim ade bi a wo de passion na ye no also unya results from the passion. And so one purpose why God created sex is a pleasure. You need to enjoy it. The two of you must explore. I was say mama nije eti man kan kire o ye no so say wa say. And the man can't look so your bad bread what say pleasure is very important. Number 2, why God created sex for intimacy.
Intimacy. Intimacy. The word intimacy means that
getting to know you. The more I make love to you, the more I get to know who you are. What you are. Kwambeso say when we say what ba me yere me no nete but me say there who say when it comes to bedroom bedmatics, right? I will never know you until I explore. The more I have sexual intimacy, I can sexual and then intimacy. So the sex is not enough until we are intimate. Intimacy means that we are born, we are together. We are not ashamed. The Bible said, and when the man saw the nakedness of the wife, Eve, Bible said, and they were not ashamed. Intimacy. It means that your nakedness, you shouldn't hide it from me as your partner. No. We should be bold enough to be naked before each other. Because there's no license.
Counselor, na the pleasure ne bano. Ana so for pleasure.
Chrono pressure. Pleasure ni chrono. All right. So let's go. Okay. Let's go. So sexual. So God created sex for pleasure, intimacy, and then oneness. Also oneness. The more we make love as a couple, the more one we are in the spirit.
Okay.
The more one we are in the physical. The more one we are emotionally. Couples sometimes sex, they are very bond. It's not easy for something to come between them. No. And until you say, would you ababa wa na branche bi a wo chimpna a wo tiny the boy and the girl dapa no ubo say mujai guy ni subanye oba ni subanye but mujai separation den basa what my go tia because the more the sex you are creating bond physically, emotionally, and then spiritually. Eti almost a guy this man ya by a car unko. Guy this man ya by a car unjai. Why? Because my sex but there is a bond. So bond way samu jaya at least your bond by a mouth breaky and yes it can affect you. You know be to me what say na the ray ye in the X. And yes you treated into you the sex not in the year and they come. And the last one, why God created sex? Procreation. Procreation. After the war.
Yeah.
A war. Yeah.
I think I almost say when you're warding, say
Menyo. So procreation, you can your man and 9. Why? Oneness, intimacy,
yes, sir.
Pleasure, and then procreation.
Yes.
And you ma botaya nyame de boss sex in the bini. Ti ahadi ya bewo. Me yana wo Bible said children are gift from God. Yana wo just say nyame. De obo ma yen yes sex love making no eson fa so de ba kunu. Who making love to your wife or your husband, you need to understand these levels to understand that we don't only make love to get pregnant or to impregnate a woman or to have children or babies. We also do it for oneness, for intimacy, for pleasure, and then also for procreation. Now, sex outside marriage, this is what it means. We are still talking about sex, but I'm saying something. I'll learn very good, so listen. Sex outside marriage, this is what it does. Sex outside of marriage communicates that commitment is not needed. Sex outside marriage. I am saying that, look, me, I do sex for free. I don't want to be committed to anybody. That is why I do sex around. What she's trying to communicate to the spouse is that I don't want to be committed to you. It is called adultery. Number 2, sex outside marriage. Sex outside marriage, we can also call masturbation as sex outside marriage.
Hey,
yes, yeah. Yes. Masturbation communicates that relationship and marriage is not needed. Now masturbate, you are saying that my marriage is not important. I don't need it. You have insulted your creator.
Wow.
Yes. What was sex toy? I and one now bow him who used to show Udian. And one now you are insulting your creator. That is masturbation. You are trying to say, look, I don't need all these things. This thing you call marriage is not important. Marriage was created to satisfy your partner. So once you can satisfy yourself, you are insulting your creator. Another sex outside marriage is pornography. Pornography communicates that it is okay and I don't need you in my life. One say before we are normal wade oh who porno not the man na yere or who porno not the man ni kun hwe na star we na be. It's a sin against God. You have insulted the honor and the value of your marriage.
Intimacy, counselor.
Yeah.
The benefits, pleasure.
Yeah.
And these are some of the things that the person is actually looking out for.
Yeah.
Say obey, send obeya, ebe buano, say atinkana war no, nensaka. And some of these things that we see, you know, oneness, to be able to learn. It's also an avenue.
Avenue for Pono. Avenue credit a place where money will come from. Your business avenue. Baby, I have my makeup be chiro. One Pono na America for ne acting. One Pono we Viagra ne aphrodisiac. No ma active Pono brain. It doesn't add value to your marriage.
It's a new thing we are actually practicing.
Totally wrong. Now Krachi, the bear matter 7 sir. Na one sister be a star beyond. O tuning song, but what $100. But o tuning song. Sister, he came. Oh, hey, you kill me. No, I came because I sir. Now when you say pono na the man or say star we will do it. Cratch when you serious. Husband when you serious, wife when you serious. Listen, there are sexual educational tool that we can use for marriage couples. I'm a counselor. Your videos or the books or marriage couples you use. Okay. Yes. It be a sex videos. It teach you how to make a love, even how to stimulate your spouse, how to get your orgasm, what to do.
And if these things are theoretical, at least this pornographic material gives you.
No. Porno is porno. Don't come and use grammar and then change it. As if when we are talking about sin, we want to start. Porno is porno. Porno is something we should not entertain in our marital home. Porno, mamika bibichiro. A lot of men who are cheating, probably women too, but I don't know. I am a man. A lot of men who are cheating because of these pornographic videos, because they watch it and their wives, most wives are not interested in doing some stars. In fact, star needs to have qualities, you know, but star it doesn't make sense. Your wife will do it. What else here? Peja de na to drop so. Now we general form. Now you shede nim sa. Nyansa shede nim. Kristo ni be me. Nyansa shede nim. Muslim ni be me gini. Nti onya girl bi a na adwene wo form again ne de. Won shede anwene sa. Obenya kakra ma na di ahwe ne kakra na to tobi ama na di sunsumo form a on dey wire ready. It was sending the pono no say baby today we will do this, but sa pono cannot go to the wife, not because the wife is not sexually active, but there are things as a wife you must not allow even your wife to do it. What else here? We are Christian ni be mapa, we are Muslim ni be mapa. Abusuro nyankropon and you don't entertain. I'm telling you, remember baby phone so come gallery na pono egu ho no. Pono no de ye ho. Eya hwan na de kire no. Eya wo bo hye den. So whenever you choose porno that satisfying your partner, and this thing porno has led a lot of people to masturbation, has led a lot of women into lesbianism, has led a lot of people astray from their marital homes. Anytime you choose porno, you are saying, I don't need my partner. And the last one, anytime you watch more porno, it's easy for you to rape. Yes, because you see, what you watch enters into your mind and will work from your mind to your heart, and then trouble has come. And so there are 3 things you do or 4 things you do outside marriage that will kill your sexual drive for your partner. Number 1, masturbation, pornography, and then trying to say that I don't need to be committed. In other words, sleeping with a lot of men or women. Thank you.
Counselor, with the issue of masturbation, there are situations that call for masturbation, especially.
In other words, we are justifying it.
Not justifying a question, and you explain why you feel in that situation, Grano, masturbation is not right, especially when the other spouse is not close by. And I
starting from Genesis 60, God created a man and woman and said, we multiply. Masturbation multiply. Masturbation, am I fruitful? Am I replenish earth? No, masturbation. If it is no, then in the beginning it was not so. So why now? It's a tra. Any mrofo movie share, and I for sex toy, any masturbation yaba. So the problem is that even church people are entertaining it, and we think it is normal. It's a demonic influence. I'm telling you. And also, one of the things it attracts is a spiritual marriage. A lot of people who are used to masturbate. You cannot masturbate without picturizing and visualizing something. A lot of people who are going off marriage track and breaking covenants is because of this pornography and this masturbation thing. Why they now tie marine spirit? It creates problems between you and your husband. You can't, at a point, you can't enjoy your husband's sex. I just said, what one day we are wild or such a show. Why we are and son, but beginning it wasn't so. So what's the problem now? The problem is that masturbation invites spirits that kills marriage. We are at a point, suddenly from nowhere, they said, we are masturbation. What do you call it? Yeah, masturbation. We are at a certain point in life, you don't enjoy sex anymore with your partner. What you do is that even after sex, you still want to masturbate. Because I know now we are winning her.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now let's talk about, there are many reasons for this.
Okay.
It could be an opportunity to bond with your spouse or your partner. That is sex. So sex is an opportunity to bond with your spouse. Another thing, it could be an opportunity to show your partner love and affection.
Okay.
Sex, Emma winya kwenya, echena we yere and okunu se me do. Me know your sex, I akwenya ba kwa chesa me do. See the way the lady will open up, the wife will open up. Just say, baby, make love to me, baby, come on, and for you, use me. Use me in nature. Let's say for us, it be good sukunu. Or but so channel say me do so much that my body is for you, use me. So what is an opportunity for you to know how committed she is, how committed he is? It's also an opportunity for him or her to show you love and affection. That is sex.
In a situation where or the tata or baby now who they say no, this time around this is not love and affection, but rather.
No. And then any panel or yes, sexually very active.
Okay.
Something can be done about it by seeking for help. So what the tata is a sign of love. Trust me. Oni baby ako. Baby or what natural who ni yere huwa. Ni baby mo tumi manenda. Nigiri body is very attractive. Yeah, very attractive. Nigiri who nigiri nakedness to me into a attached, glued, bond to the wife. Do who nigiri wa. Te ma bebre to say be the bigari na be dress na be ko wa mempe. A champe be because be could onye hu me ho pe. Bebre yodo. Ana bebre so ye or sexually very active. E dia no say so oba ni active oba ni free say ni kun ni dadodo yodo. E dia no say wo oba no nye sexually active and our sexual libido wadawa. You can seek for counseling help. Na ye ni be ma na kasa no wotumi balance ne ho na oba no so you do what we call an adjustment because pede na so kumpe you need to balance yourself.
Okay.
All right. And look, you might feel more secured in your relationship or in your marriage when you have sex more.
Security.
I'm telling you.
How?
More sex, more. Or baby, nikun tane neda. And nikun any nyam pasu kita hudie. And he said, my husband is more committed to me. It is not easy for my husband to go out there. But once you don't have sex consistently with your wife, I'm not saying consistent like every day, but 1 month you didn't die, 2 months you didn't die. Or show from afar with him, so we will be a catch out 2 days. Now we'll be 2 days. Now I may be 3 days. I check a week, but now 2 months, something is wrong. Yes, I suspect. So you are seeing somebody somewhere.
Now what if it is a dream baby?
A
whole lot of.
It doesn't matter how a man is thinking. 2 months, you can't survive. You look for somewhere to share pipe.
Okay,
thank you.
Okay.
Also. When you have more sex, it's a sign of pleasure. You are having pleasurable and fun. What I say, who said romantic or romantic? We don't always do sex in the bedroom or on the bed. That is when children are not around. Daddy, mommy, down. No, I mean, how can you walk in front of your kids with your nakedness happen? What I say, this is a pleasurable fun. You are exhibiting and you are having fun. This is called sex. Why? Because sex was created by God and it's from God. Now, I've written a few things here. I'm going to run through very fast. Okay. And then you come. Sex is one of the first acts God blesses. And I repeat, sex is one of the first acts God blesses. Sex. Number 2, the unclothed human body is a divine creation. Say onipa be ya deja ama ne yiri ni niku nyame kwan ofa so ba ade. Wa wo say obi woro no hu no pe na kwan do no. Ade a wutumi hwe ye bodani a oye naked. Unu ade korontia. It says onipa ye naked a wo. It speaks a lot in the spirit. Everything about Bama, who are nakedness, ask David, who are nakedness, or some money by money. When you see the nakedness of a woman, it's something God has created that is mysterious. You can't understand. Okay. We were created to have sexual desire. So to have a desire towards your partner is not a sin. That is how God created the human body, to have a sexual desire towards your partner.
See, with the sexual desire, in the absence of the partner, what do you do to that sexual desire?
My sexual desire ba oya me reba wa bruchiri. Enya maso. Enuti na maka toward the dynamic. Somebody long distance relationship does not help people. Local distance so go awade e the suspicion ba e the cheating ba it doesn't help people. Maka kan de bia meka so. Because you are meant to ubusa ba rhythm na na mebo. And then they say sexual desire na ba sa na nyame ye nipa. Wo ade kura sister wo ade ya wo why you feel the urge you want to make love. That is how God has created man. If that urge is not controlled, you don't exercise control over it. It be a baby before. Because God created us to have sexual desire.
Okay. And
the last one, God designed physical love to be a normal part of his creation. I think I did know. Everything Adam and Bob and so I say, this is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh. This is what belongs to me. Because God created love to be part of us. So that when you see somebody, you can feel loved. And it is good to make love, or it is good to have sex. Don't ever underestimate it. It is good. Yeah? And to see, not sometimes I'm not na niwo na ahomaso any journey a hand time any ego bana wuntumi impetua. Sometimes even sex can settle issue. When a man is depressed, frustrated, and under stress, sex can heal it.
Light bill, yeah, just light bill.
Sex can let you pay it. I'm telling you, what sex can be, sex is very powerful. If you are telling me sex is not powerful, why would somebody give his car to a woman for sex?
My God.
Buy a private Benz. Or no only Benz, so is it Toyota? Buy Benz for a girl. Sex. Why would somebody travel from here to Dubai? Sex. Why would a man ride a bicycle to Tamale? Sex. Why would a man want to kiss himself? Because of sex. Sex is very powerful.
Now when I can't buy a car,
then there is history. What sex can do to a man, you have no idea. Sex is so powerful that sex can heal a sickness. Sister, Doctor B to me says, sister, I have sex actually. One day will see the bossy pibinayo. Why? Because we are the way. We are to say what you right? Yeah. So what we are saying in a nutshell is that sex was created by God, and every married couple we need to enjoy sex because it creates spiritual bond, emotionally bond, and then a spiritual bond. And also God created sex for a lot of purposes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Counselor Ebusia, for Counselor na just wadaroma wabiabium ama yehu de ekoso obi say ene topic ni de enye izo chese mu chirense mu ankasa ene de mama yehu no ma ene de mu bie no ma so ene de mu kansem na de edin kan a wo ma yete ase ma membo ne tofa na afi messages no yen starting here yen reading messages ni bi ya WhatsApp line no ye de ato screen nani mi wie nso a medwane afa Facebook kakra na afi nkomo no ya twetwe ne kama o se awade de ene sex na eko paso agro de ene awade ayese ntafo no omonam wo ye den untimi nja ba ko ho emese nko ba ko enti se wo de wa wadwen se awade na awade no companionship contract wo ye den that's what I say do or die affair wo ma yati ase enso se empaso agro nkita hodie se oba ne be manhie mudie eya kyede a nyankopon de maye na che se awurade wote na henie mu no se okunu ne oyere ahia na nije na che se ayade emu oduo eni kwase ye didi agro wo se die nti a ye wo se ye di mpaso agro ye che se oba ne be ma ye hia for pleasure se wonso you be feel it what you say very necessary it you be say na me de me no ene ya na me de ono kwa na edwen ne ho cancer say wonso dwen ho enti ene ne nkomo na mo hwe na mo mienu mu nyina cap ne nyema na enije emro so na se obi a beba akwadwon so na mwadwon so pepepe o say for intimacy se mo behu mo ho odo na ewo mu ntem no o se nipa na wawa no wonim no enso dan dan nyina woni ni di mpaso agoro no na fei odo soronku bi afei nipa no wo behu no eno ene ade enti a ewo se wone wo yere ana wo kunu da bia eni kwan se mode empaso agoro edi agoro o se nyankopon ahyemra ama ya te ase for procreation so obewo reproduction replenish emma enti ena chese nyankopon abo sex obi say any me yire de tare ne ho counselor sama weekend de wa hwe ni ya me ya ma na fei population no just a me country na fei me citizenship because enya asem ketwa counselor say ni nyina eka ho bi ya dia ede eka empaso agro anase nkita hodie a eni kwan se ye nyina yeyi yeni ana ya adwen efri so enti se wo ye bema anase wo ye oyere wo ye okunu na dan nyina wo de no afri akire na wo fa akire na wo bo akire eno ne yese adultery ai wo ye sa na kan hunu se wa ye wadwen outside marriage sex wa ye wadwen se oneness na ye hwehwe se wo ne wo yire ne wo kunu mo be ye ba kono wo de o mpenesa there be why ho extra sim phone 3 sim cards wo de o sim slot na edoso enti just ye hyehyɛ ne bebre eno ena de nsem bebre eba wo se wo hwɛ pornographic materials bebre nso a de nsem bebre ena eba nche se pono wo hoi ya de a ensoso so ye nkyirem nka nkyira wo se ya de pa kan hunu se obi na eje na ne gye wo gye hu ska wo wi a wakwa ye eye obi adwuma nso de nka wo hwɛ ema wani gye sen ene asade a se ayi ukofo etete mortar ne cement e mixi a wo akogina wo ahwɛ se wo benya ne gye wo ho so a na wakɔ because ye betua ne ka nti ade a wo bi gye hu ska de wadaroma na watena wo baabi efise hu sunsuan so wa de ba no bebre enye masturbation e ka ho na kyese no ma eni kwan se fata e wo se wo ye eto de bia wo hwɛ no ma we a no ma eni kwan se wo ne wo yire ana wo kunu ye no na fe wo pre na wo ye ba ma na na se oba no esan se opese ohwɛ na awade ani gina nti o se meye ebi nso a na nakomam entisa nti no ma bi wo ho a emfata wo yire emfata wo kunu eno ena kyese counselor akyerɛkyerɛm amayate ase enti se mpaso agoro de the bonding eba love and affection security sign of pleasure and afen so kan hunu se eyade anyankopon ahida so na se nipa da se ni de se wa kura wo bo adeja eto sen wo gina hokura na wo hwe ho a hunu se no we de nyame abode anya ize woto ne bo enti eyade a esombo eyesoronko enti eni kwan se ye toto sex ase kura enti we ni nsensem a counselor amayate ase wamaye hu enso se sex there it is part of creation me aminim say nsem bebre wo wadwen questions na ebobo pasa wadwen ma ye onde he aye bebre enti making kind messages ne bi ewo WhatsApp na afei yato aso na madwane aba Facebook ansana ye bie phone lines no atum aseda biom enkoma Jo Clayden wadaroma ena chese me ho ayefe. Thanks so much Daddy for the deep insights. I really appreciate. God bless you with more oil. Inshirana na ebano. Daddy, I have a soft copy of your teachings. God bless you. Please, I am enjoying your show. Please keep on doing this. By CID. Hello, good evening. I'm Parkwell from Kaswa. Today is my first day watching, and I really like the show. Keep it up. Kantanka nyankopon so inshira na koso ne hwe eyewukwada adwada no nkro ne fa crane ne nyina yete ha stream live and so ewo Facebook. Okay, please, my husband loves sex too much, but I don't know how to solve this because anytime we have sex he's so happy. Please help me, counselor.
On to us sir. What's my sex the bia na nani agi ena dey one case on pill. I see my husband. Sex too much.
Too
And
much.
anytime we finish doing it, he's happy. So the lady is not complaining, saying that not pay.
So how can I solve this problem? Or the husband's love for sex
they were passionate about it, you know,
yes,
as a problem.
Yes,
so she should be able to adjust and also communicate with the husband that, okay, a week in 24. Yeah, of course, it's possible.
Hey, counselor, say I'm timetable to na mumfa change.
Yes, we'll be to see you. But come on.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, that is it.
Counselor, say for her na God bless you, Counselor Lawrence from Donkoh. Good evening, Counselor. God bless you so much for the teachings. My husband is not around. I can be there for a year without sex. It's never easy, but I pray God brings us together soon. Until nature say long distance. Yeah,
your bomb passing your baby. Yeah.
Hello, this is Churchill Joshua from Tema Community 25. I want to ask that can sex lead to marriage if the two really love each other, Counselor?
Can sex you see, whilst we are looking at can sex lead to marriage, we're also watching it from can sex lead to disappointment. You understand? So I mean, I will not encourage you and say yes, sex can lead, but the most dangerous aspect is that when sex is the leading of love, you can deviate from the purpose of marriage.
Deep.
Because then sex has become a leader. And then love is a second choice you are making.
Yeah.
So the sex, see, a man can marry you without love. But because he feels, is he competent? She feels
compatible.
Not just compatible. She feels good with you on bed. Ultimately, only NCA move on personal, a famano. Maybe was like mummy no a pick like okay, you use compatible like a pick and a day like who obet me award for sex and then love somebody somewhere. How would you know someone or what they your door and our sexual life the way we are crazy on bed. The way we see Shano Pedoga, the Amano Danny, what Danny, like, hey, Charlie, we are adventurous. Hey, Jesus Christ. Oh, baby. Master Mewado, goes me now, baby, at this hour, obey to me, every cross one nest, so but not 2 minutes. You understand what I'm saying?
My God.
Gee, obey yeah, don't from you. You know, so once the sex becomes the leading visioneer for your future or for the marriage, I'm sorry, you are under threat. Because now you can't tell me it is a love. And out of the love, there is commitment. No. Once the sex starts, sometimes how we encourage the youth, sex, no sex, no sex. We don't want to preach Bible and tell you that when you say you're born, yes, I am born, but we keep telling them no sex, no sex, and they think that you are playing. I hope you understand me.
Yes, sir.
Because once sex is leading you, you can go blind and choose wrong.
Okay. Abusiafo ye be phone lines na to me am say what questions bebre person obusa counselor na che say ye de bibia ahihye so and again when you're married, you just got married, counselor, and during your honeymoon you realize that the lady has low estrogen. What will you do?
You take her to the doctor or to see a doctor, and then she needs help. I mean, why don't you help?
Love this so much. Love you, counselor. This is my first time of watching this program. He's speaking the mind of God, Pam. Keep it up, boss, and God bless you so much.
Amen.
Counselor, may God bless you for all the teachings you've been teaching us, especially we, the youth. I used to masturbate until I had a girlfriend, but ever since she broke up with me, I tend to masturbate more. I would love to stop, but as time passes, I go back and do it again. What should I do?
She must be able to pray and seek for the help of God. He's not perfect. He needs God's grace. To have self-control.
And I think so he should keep himself busy.
Yeah. When you have a lot of things doing, when you live an ideal life, you don't have anything to do. Yeah,
most definitely.
Yeah, it's true.
You get something doing. Now get extracurricular activities. Not just normal. Ubetimi ede uhwashim na uye na wo koba na wabeda wa eduane a wadi wada na anye hey na good evening. I love this topic. I want you to tell my lady I love her so much. She's open to me from her heart. From Apia Nungwa to my love Hannah at Tema Community 8. Okay. Valerie, I got myself into masturbation since 2014. I am someone who prays and I have tried to stop. But the day I will make up my mind to stop, that is the day I will experience it more. Please, with all due respect, ask counselor, what should I do? My breath, I hate it. And I feel ashamed because I feel I'm not going forward in life. Please.
Is that masturbation?
Yeah.
The lady?
Yes,
if she will be fine, she can call me, come to the office and see me.
Okay.
There are things you need to learn. There are things to hear. You need to go through counseling.
Okay.
It be a spiritual, it be a physical.
All right. Your first caller, Ahumane. So hello. 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 Yentinka. Okay. Okay. Nature said went to me engineer. So also my name is Amanda. My husband can stay 5 months without sex. When I try to have it with him, he gives me excuses and he sleeps off. We've been married for 8 years. I decided to commit adultery because I don't know what to do again. Counselor, I've talked to him, but to no avail. Answer na abeyano yewo obi ewo ahomane. So hello.
Hello.
Yes, dear.
Good evening.
Good evening, Medofo. Yeti o wadaroma bonetofa.
Me pacho di miko. Oyi Luko baby. The way canon. Sex in the back way. Like
Medofo, Jina baby ye mame wate. Na etwetwe sim. Chese.
me say.
Hello?
Yes. We say no. But almost baby. Sex in the all way. Yeah, you know, but almost I say it's a meme or say.
Okay. Nature say maintaining papa Mr. Wadaroma no Jina baby ye. Adia san say na Jina mango duase to the bia. Call you PPC. Inti Mr. Se mango asina Jina no watch. Wadaroma. Me pesa mete wonka and na afin so counselor pesa wote wonka se ne be ya yibetimi ya no. Counselor, inti we know what should she do?
I'll say
she's been married.
Yeah.
Her husband can stay 5 months without sex.
So this man has a problem. And so they should seek for counseling. And I said the pastor how no beko. But I believe be man na busuya that is ne papa ne maame ombo mama ne. And I want be man nkasa wodo kwan so hwe. There is a problem.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Medofo.
Joshua,
okay, Joshua Manenko counselor to you, Wadarum.
I'm not married yet, but I love masturbating. Always, I like putting myself into it. I can't stop, and I'm not able to stop too. So it's not like, what should I do?
I mean, you. What do you love, Joshua?
Please,
you said you love doing what, Joshua?
Masturbation.
Okay. Counselor, Ebeyuano, counselor. This is also another
masturbation. You know, there's a demonic side of it, and then there is also the habit of it.
I love being.
Oh, see, he loves doing
it. You love
Chairman.
And you love the way love no can on you. Or just say it has become he is addicted to it. Now he can't stop it. And no san one no about crowd there, you know, or watch a wayaka. No. So I'm saying that there is a spiritual side and there is a physical side. But then you know to deal with it, you must go through a process. And you one day wonder, unless God intervene from heaven. He can call me, come and see me at the office. We'll talk about it. Psychologically, he needs to be free, and then physically as well. Okay,
nature say I am same baby.
Yeah.
Enough for somebody to actually be glued to something. They constant.
I think that we'll talk about masturbation very soon. We'll talk about masturbation. It's killing a lot of marriages.
The youth, everybody.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. It's your phone lines. Na yebi wadaro myself person friend now na yetwetwen koma na wafre. When I met him, he said he will marry me. Now he says he was just deceiving me. Then he started with sex. He loves sex more. He doesn't want to get married to me. So I quit the relationship with him because of the fact that he wasn't ready for marriage, but for sex. Now I'm here for 1 year without sex. Can it give me a problem, Daddy? 1 year without sex doesn't give anybody a problem. It rather helps you to organize yourself. Don't waste yourself. once you are staying without sex, 1 year, 1 full year. Sister. Just say, who better not tear rubber, only problem. That's the most important thing. The who here is over exercise, would near nepa, now fain so there was a way be a woo ye, send ye bay uncle for fibroid near the adin, you know, uncle Fabi. Now, shame, bro. Oh, because a bessie, I heard ye bessie, hey, we are day. Bibia be ye, and you wouldn't need problem. What daroma. Ye be phone lines not to. Na my friend na ye Donkoh. Good evening, please, and thanks for your teachings. Please, I have some issue with my wife. I'm 28 and she's 33, almost 6 years difference, and I'm so confused about it. I'm Enoch.
Enoch Awari.
Yeah.
Na negere no e chen 6 years.
Yeah.
Aseme no ka kire me why.
Me wan minim say afa no wo hu say oba no.
Ado ye na duru. Oh, call the next question so. Bachowa.
Hi, counselor. I'm a lady of 31. Anytime I'm having an affair with my husband, I think of my ex, how he would play with me before we have sex. But my husband would not do that with me. But he wants to go straight to the act. Amajua.
Let me tell you this. A lot of women, a lot of men are not enjoying sex. Sex is called love making, not sex. The act is sex. But when you are practicing it, it is called love making. And in love making, you take your time. You don't rush. 20-30 minutes for romance. You work on the body of the woman. Men, we don't work on our bodies. So our body is here. We don't work on it. We don't have time. So when you are working on the woman, you take, and then you need to listen. Even in the silence of a woman, she's communicating.
My God.
I hope you understand. When a woman is silently sleeping quietly, watch her face well. She's communicating.
Abna.
Yeah, but good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Abna. Me patch up bonnet for counselor to you, Wadaruma. Okay.
So when you have a wife trying to communicate to you as a man, telling you that do this for me, do that for me, take your time. Now we're here. Or Russia, no. And they be making love. But lady this sort oh yeah, dear, sex in the over here, sex, but you don't make love to her. She doesn't. Love making is when you are done with the sex.
In the nature say it is actually an honors or banner that was on any kunu didn't come on normality as yes.
Tina who making love and you listen to the woman, she must be in control. Okay. Do this for me, do that for me.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
If I tell me, see, I can't throw. If I tell me what problem that's ready.
Okay, bonnet for me.
Problem is saying, many never might be war. And I die some baby. And as you see, I know not naming for me from Capran and all better dying. Before I met who it's only never my or back in you be a cottina. And as you see, I saw Yama the beer say, nay, you be worried. And to see a total beer, my friend on pretty corn, time and no pen, and no bad friend. And to wait there, and it's a cancer on one.
Where the Yamin and Bebuano, the crown of us over one, who say, Bearman in Oba for Fracotra. To one concobo Bearman the Bussian for money, so Papa Name and the Bussian Penia. Say the Amodesian why mini no mutuni from frio and sana be do yes okra. Yeah.
Okay. Isaac Williams says, "Hi, I'm your greatest fan on TV time with DY Donkoh. God bless you so much, Isaac Williams." Mighty Mawuli Banini says, "Good evening, Miss Valerie. May God bless you and counselor for the good job you're doing. Please, I have something to ask. Can a lady be in love with 2 men at the same time? I need an answer seriously. Thank you so much."
The answer is no. Like and love.
Okay. Obi Ewo Ahomane. So hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Midofo.
Bacho, your friend Rita.
Rita Manenko, counselor to you.
Me bacho, me person be sa counselor some say. Me name a guy anything. Yeah, plan say, but many of our bad face or they can share me. I say, yeah, have a sex.
Okay.
But whenever say be over cassette, be I'm sending one for me and I say, Nanny boyfriend. If I meet my friend on for child, and all no say or payment or do no payment me yamani. Tinadana, Mimi refuse no.
and yes, and I the program about 2 years since. Into way and it will feature the but I want to say sex na money because me I know some don't have a sex there. But they say have a sex in the same many just sex not too much.
So una chire no nti say there age won sem.
Not just a guy in your sex do a virgin.
Yeah.
But lady when you chire the sex here. And I be so guy
I didn't know say na what the fear.
Okay, so how could it no please. How could it also be ebi anu why sex double dwa no me bi de no wa kire me. Ya ebi de hyehyɛ ni na ya ebi da. Onu obi sha say onu breaking you. Me ebi da. No, it could be a lie, it could be also true.
Yeah.
But the truth is that on one day me now person me sex na be can no now bufua. It tells me the kind of man you are. That in future you are trying to tell me I'm not safe. Say the day I don't give you sex you can cheat. So cheating is what he did whilst you were dating, not what he would do whilst you are married. And see, when the man dating chimperana or sex one farmer no na the bufuna I just said the next year it tells me how much the gentleman is not matured. If you are matured, you will understand that a relationship is not all about sex. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
There are many things to talk about than sex.
Fred Ewo Ahumane, so hello.
Yeah.
Good evening, Midofo.
Yeah, Frederick. Ashama.
Okay. Yeti Wadaroma.
Many the program and then money.
Okay.
Now, counseling the cost of social media is very low. And in 30 nations in US are among one check. Banner in 2 days and also about that for. Okay, the what of Kana and the or person that you know. That's in a Oba. And you know, we did it in the 6 months and go. They say, I don't know, I don't know, sir. I don't know, I don't know, I'm spiritual issue. And then,
Enti oba no won na jai mo start say mo twemp na 6 months pepepe na chese eguye.
Yeah, 2 years. But you want to be and sana no really diabo.
Okay. Eti Fred sisi a issue na nkasa any day wadaroma.
They tell me that counselor. Because Mr. Counselor. And this no ban compensate. I'm not say or will be a year.
Okay.
And I don't know
Okay. Maybe can't wait to defend women, but not to defend women. And my baby, all my wade, our one time primo mukunu or monda bibri number one, Bema wungare. They are tossing you. When you don't satisfy a woman from her angle, most of the time, only the bedana enya. Sister, upper romance, romance. So by another, you want to enter and then sleep with, or also by no wasanda.
Wasanda.
Do your basa when you most of the time, who been a hano on penisa, because remember, no, your sexual edge drive no, quite different from a woman. The money be a journey free sex, not because on pay. Who feel said there be a year manwa, we in the year man and no Sunday and what on. I mean, she will be open. It's a young shiny year, man, so. You shiny or maybe say, then I'm here what the sex life will be a won't pay. What can't mean jai. Maybe a mean gare. Because we are in a person in the da and map but we are fresh. Like we're jarry. What's with the perfume kakra? You smell good so that she can hug you, hold you, and make love to you. And now say only be make love or to obomano. I'm an old son and yes, I there be over dodgy.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's it, February. In Komobi Koso Facebook na yemenika obi busa say you betimi aye program no memeneda. And Cynthia ahene was say Saturday ye bra wona wo yire nyankita wodie enti wontimi mama counseling time
obi na chino ye say me just
yeah fire last call answer na machire
okay.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Midofo.
Oh, Cassandra, Yamin Shroud, Yamin Shroud, Yamin Shroud, Yamin Yoke, fear. One net topic where I would buy no, Yamin Shroud. The part show me how they say. Many kunu ye be compre Onya botre ebia se na ye be smoti ye ho ana obia no hwanye we eno onya sori ya gidigidi a eno onya nya we kepe ne se onya ne be bia se na enti sisi amase osa bisa me mpese me mfama no because on buami the way I be ye be ji ye ni ansa na ye be du ho no mu na there be onya sori ya.
Okay.
What the American no? Who say di kunu ba on time farmer no cause emwa no. Ofi say we ya na wo basa wo sane wa won e ya ono oba na fe do bebre. Ti man bebre bre cause eno na man bebre kura sua masturbation cause wo bre ntia fe de beba ne say obesua se ne de ensa hye ne ho a ono ana ho ba cause ni kunu satisfy no. It be say be bia wo me bia get sex is a gift from God. Take your time, the pleasure, the oneness, the bond, the unity, you understand? And the procreation. Take your time for a woman when you are making love to your wife.
Or say, Obapa Hansen account on Facebook, because say African men, they don't know, you have to teach them. African men, they are not cry, boy, madam, teach him why. Nature say, I ain't same baby, Obia, Ekeka, Norma, Abum. Okay. And Abusia for your last caller and your fire make kind 2 messages na fe ye did you media no about ye or say one hi counselor good evening please great work I'm married but I don't love my sex life at all what should I do me patron
so we married but don't penny sex life or no sex life and the partner the sex life
not just a mummy no asem no working because it's marriage.
It means that if I am funny say a man may be brainy about true.
Now, counselor, sexual compatibility in way. Say,
this thing you can learn it, you can create it. It is an atmosphere. What I say, every our sex life is different from member sex life. You'll be a premium painter, maybe wrong one, may I. Oh no, wrong. You want me to take my time? I need to learn it so that the two of us can come to a place of commonality. Baby, I mean, now, we are compatible, right? Study the woman who she is to know her so that you can work on her body. Don't rush. Send you only as to take your time.
Intimacy, we shouldn't have sex because once you have sex, you get a sexual orientation.
Thank you. Oh, see, a woman told me, said, maybe come back and person or so me more intentable. We are not for kiss me. Why? Ever should be so pen intentable.
Yeah.
So you need to learn from and then take your time.
Hi, Auntie Valerie and Counselor. Thanks so much for the teachings on sex. Myself and my husband has learned a lot, and it's really going to help our marriage. God bless you guys, Mr. and Mrs. Wabi. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Wabi. Please, good evening. My messages in the poor nepuba. My really young na yen free. Counselor, final words.
Final words is Yadamasi for listening to us. And please, whilst you are watching it on Kantanka TV, share. Because we are here to let people learn, and we are all learning. Over to me, Afrem was 0244 515544. I'm sorry to say this. And then you can say, I've been very sick. As I sit here, it's only the grace of God, trust me. We'll be sending a message already matem on SMS. The number is here 0244. I don't want to have time for you. Send me a message and say I'm a very stupid man. Why am I not picking his call? I am put on the platform to pick all calls. This foolish star I am. I should not let pride take me. I'm stupid. I mean, it's all a mental idea, but they are chatting me. Oh, for me, I'm in fire. Yes, my shedder. Sunday, Friday, I'm very sick. I can't even pick calls. And me coming here is a miracle. So, oh, for me, I'm in fire. I'm fan in there. Me fan the china. Man fan the china. Me fan the china. One person, 7 everybody. It hasn't been easy and it's never easy. So, pray for me. And that God should give me grace to be able to serve everybody. My social media handles in DY Donkoh. DY Donkoh. DY Donkoh on Facebook, DY Donkoh on Instagram, DY Donkoh on Twitter, DY Donkoh on YouTube. Subscribe, share, and thank you very much. On Wednesday, we will come with something interesting. Thank you.
Okay. Inti Happy new month to each and every one of you. Ye besre se bibia wode asi wakoma so ana wani so no obehwe na Nyankopon so wabompaye na bibia akoso kama. Yesua de yegusu yesua de enti messages no ana questions no mu de mfamra bresem no private time ye bekoso ne ahwe ne ye de bibia ato akwam. Happy birthday to CEO of Adepas Glam Nyankopon Ensure Precious Nana Jumo and yesterday was your birthday Nyankopon Ensure Kambu adwa Kambu wo so Nyankopon Ensure wo se my late obi ama pepere mmiri mato nyoma ma nyasem ketua Nyankopon Ensure mo nyina samoje bre a motimi ahwe motie ye Nyankopon Ensure mo follow me our Instagram champoma 332 and our Facebook my page Valerie AJ Mensa Valerie AJ Mensa honso ye betimi edin komo ye betimi atwetwe komo na fe topics a hopese ye treat bibia hopese ye de hyehye so no na ye de ni nyina ya ka bom na ya tena se maka kire se busumi ye hyehye no ma wo de anya botre wa ba hu se enya asem keto ye nigisem nko a na ye de bro Kantanka TV de ye say experience Africa counseling time ye boa ama wo wode ne wo mpena twen edim nyampa ukuada ye behia makra